Welcome to the Westerner Park Centrium. I'm Cam Moon along with Craig Button as we're upstairs here in the broadcast booth as we have Team White taking on Team Red for Team Canada for the World Junior Championships coming up in Edmonton. Craig, we've been here for a few days. We've been watching a lot of hockey. Now these guys, after practice, finally get to play. Mind you, they're playing against their own team, but they get to play a game.
Well, just like the very first drills that they did on Tuesday, I was quite surprised when I saw the intensity level of the players. And I think from a competitive point of view, you don't have to tell the players to compete. These players are all competitors, and just with the drop of a puck. And I've seen a lot of these inter-squad games from U17, U18, World Junior. Trust me, it'll be a competitive game. What I've been so impressed with is the enthusiasm the coaches, the players have all demonstrated throughout the week. I mean, they are really thrilled to be able to compete and practice and be in an environment. And let's just talk about the environment. The Westerner Park Centrium, the Red Deer Rebels, Brent and Connie Sutter, Merrick Sutter. I mean, what an unbelievable, not just great junior operators, great friends of Hockey Canada. And so what a situation for Hockey Canada to be able to come into this environment.
And see the new building as the teams make their way out onto the ice right now, the new seats. If you're familiar with the Westerner Park Centrium, if you're a WHL fan or if you've seen games on TV here before, you realize that it looks different already, and it most certainly does. The seats are new, the score clock is new, a few other things that have been updated here in the building. So it's a completely different look, which is good to see. As we will go to our starting goaltenders here this evening. In goal for Team White, it will be Kamloops Blazer netminder Dylan Garand, fourth round pick of the New York Rangers in 2020. And as we go down to the other end of the ice, we will see with somebody Dylan Garand's very familiar with, Taylor Gauthier, who plays with the Prince George Cougars. He's eligible this year, so a couple of goaltenders. Huge rivalry between the two, between Kamloops and Prince George.
And let me be real quick here about Taylor Gauthier. Taylor Gauthier was in Edmonton when they had the Hlinka Gretzky. Canada won the gold. Dylan Garand was the starting goaltender in the gold medal game in 2019. His opponent on that other end of the rink, Yaroslav Askarov, had a brilliant game to stymie Canada in that gold medal match.
So some couple of guys with some Hockey Canada experience. Our referees here tonight, Braden Arcand and Colin Watt on the lines, Mike Roberts and Scott Fulmer. That's the new horn from the new score clock. All right, well, we don't have any fans, that's fine. We're glad to have you wherever you are across our great country. Kick back, enjoy.
And we can see the benches here. I mean, the players are up, they're on their toes. I mean, we talk about excitement. There's excitement. You can feel it. I don't know if you have a tingle. I have a tingle.
Yeah, it's just, well, I just, these guys have, with the exception of the players from the Quebec Major Junior League, there's a lot of guys haven't played a lot of games up until now, so they have to be excited to at least have something going on as far as not just practice.
And you know, the players are so ready, and the referee was trying to get something settled at the scorer's bench, but here we go.
Quinton Byfield and Kirby Dock take the opening draw. Puck gets rimmed into the white zone. Poulin gets into the left wing corner. Puck gets rimmed around and kept in on the point. Byfield, the LA King draft pick, centers it, and coming in from the point. It is going to be into that point will be Byram, and he'll go in behind the net. Bowen Byram, the Vancouver Giants, working that puck along the boards. The shot goes wide. Now off the glove of Garand and back up to the blue line and kept in by Byram. Byfield goes in behind the net. Get bumped off of it. Brees coming in on the forecheck. Puck goes in behind the net. Tight turn by Harley. Lost the puck. Went off the end of his stick. And Mercer will get it off the left wing boards and out. There's Dock. Plays with the Chicago Blackhawks. Will bring the puck in. Former Saskatoon Blade. McMichael played him behind the net. Michael after it for Team White. Dylan Cousins in there too. Cousins who played with Team Canada last year at the World Juniors. Back to Millman. The point, the shot through traffic, but off the side of the net, like that missed Gauthier. Now Now O'Rourke over to Millman, his shot, and that goes wide. Right looking for it, but it was caught up in behind the net, and we get the whistle.
What's really important here with that whistle is Graham Clark goes into the blue paint. In the international rules, that's automatically called down. If you get pushed in, that's one thing, you got to get out. You can't. One of the details of the game in the international is that you got to be sure that you don't stay in that blue paint, because if you do and don't get out, they blow that puck.
Here's Jordan Spence. They get it up the wing and out. Damon Hunt. He's with the Moose Jaw Warriors. Missed a lot last season with an injury. Good to see him back on the ice. Out to center, Cousins. Buffalo Sabre draft. Now to Hunt. To Cousins. Couldn't get it back to the blue line. Spence. Hit the puck on the right side. Suzuki able to get it out. Now it comes across. Quick shot there by Lucas Cormier, and the save made by Garand. And work it in behind the net. Puck comes loose. We got a penalty coming up. And Team White is about to be shorthanded.
Yeah, Tyson Forster makes a quick move from below the goal line and gets Mason Millman into a compromised position. And that leads to the penalty right there. When the puck slips over to Forster, he's not looking to make a play. He knows what he wants to do right away, and that forces the penalty.
So Millman off for the trip, and Team Red will get the first power play of the night as Connor Zeri gets it all the way down the ice. Calgary Flame first rounder. Pass for Peltier, that just missed.
Couple of Calgary first rounders on the ice. Jacob Pelletier, who was on that team that won gold in Edmonton.
O'Rourke with the shot. That was just off the pad of Garand. He had to be sharp on that. As O'Rourke tried to weasel one in from a sharp angle. O'Rourke will come back to the point. Drysdale to O'Rourke. One-time shot just goes wide. That's going to wrap around the boards and down the ice.
Well, back to the Dylan Garand save. And Cam, as a former goaltender, you know this. Sometimes your positioning is the most essential part of it. And I thought Garand's positioning right there was superb.
Byfield able to dump it in. Krebs will go flying after it. Puck comes loose. Byram will give it to Krebs. Back to Byram. Byram, the Colorado Avalanche draft pick, to Krebs, to Byram. The shot off the back wall. Nice save made by Garand. That puck came off the back wall pretty quick. Byram. Now over to Krebs. Krebs to the corner. Now the pass just over the stick of Barron, and that will come out.
That was a quick move by Patrick Poulan trying to bring it off the backboards, and Garand had to be right with him.
Trying to set it up here and get another opportunity with the man advantage is Barron. Colorado Avalanche draft gives it to Byram, also Colorado pick. To the middle, shot by Krebs, that just missed. That's the play they're looking for, just wide of the net. Red able to keep it in though. Here's Krebs, all alone, the shot banned on it, and a good save made by Garand. Another quick shot, Poulan just missed. Puck cleared down the ice. Red got a couple of really good looks there.
They really did, and into those areas of the ice that Andre Tourigny has been emphasizing. We can't give up chances from those areas. Call it the slot, the inner slot, the home run area, the home plate area. Areas that he can emphasize to his players.
So Red 0 for 1 with the man advantage. I'm going to do my best to keep a running tally up here. Hunt will pinch in, keep it in for Team White. Doc in behind the net. Doc slides, top of the circle, across the top. He'll shoot it. The save by Gauthier, and he covers it up. Is Kirby Doc able to come all the way across the top? Had a little bit of room there.
Well, it was a really good play in front of the net by Maverick Bourque as well, because there's the save on Poulan coming off the backboards. Just a terrific play by Dylan Garand, stymieing a terrific play by Patrick Poulan, but Maverick Bourque really gets in right at the top of the blue, and he traps Gauthier. So Gauthier had a very difficult save to make there. Very strong in making it.
Bounce down the ice just wide of Garand, so icing against Team Red.
You never could do that as a goaltender. You had to play those pucks.
Yeah, I did.
It's amazing how
play them well either.
But the icing now, how it works, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's very different. Like, the goaltenders are so confident.
And it was a touch icing, too.
Yeah.
Puck comes loose in front, and that backhand just went wide as Dawson Mercer missed from close quarters, and the shot and stop made by Taylor Gauthier. Gauthier, who played here in the CHL Top Prospects game here 2 years ago in Red Deer in this building. Off the draw, Drysdale. Get that up to Forster. Red can't get it into the white zone. McMichael unable to get that past Suzuki. As they battle in front of the benches. Gets chopped down the ice. And Lucas Cormier. He had it for a moment. Keep it in front. A good save by Gauthier off of Mercer. And out the other way comes Ryan Suzuki's. They dump it in, go off for a change. A good save by Taylor Gauthier.
Nice play by Connor McMichael, and Dawson Mercer reads it perfectly, jumps into the spot, and forces a terrific save by Taylor Gauthier.
O'Rourke shot blockered away by Garand and out of play. And goaltenders have had to get into it. O'Rourke getting that shot from the point.
Well, the goaltenders are getting crowded. The players are taking the puck to the net. So talk about getting your feet wet and being thrown into the fire. That's exactly what happens there. Ryan O'Rourke quickly off the stick. Get it directed towards the net. Gets out of play, but another emphasis for Andre Tourné with the defenseman. Don't linger with the puck. And work it low. Get it below the hash marks in the offensive zone and work your opponent.
Puck sent into the red zone. Try to jam it loose, and it's O'Rourke behind the net. Minnesota Wild draft pick. He gets spun around. Zeri's in on the forecheck. Kept in on the point, and that gets flipped out of play. So we get a whistle. Scoreless here between these two clubs. Both teams have pretty good chances. Goaltenders made some saves. Adam Beckman, the Minnesota Wild draft pick, who was first in WHL scoring last year.
Quite an impressive progression for Adam. You know, a third-round draft pick. You know, his game continued to improve, the skating, and with it, you know, his productivity and then his confidence. And even here, the first day, you might be a little bit in awe, but he settled in nicely through the practices, and certainly a player with his size, with his scoring ability, going to be right in the mix here for a spot on Team Canada.
Krebs' pass off the stick of Byram. Now Byram will get it back. They give it to Krebs. He's trying to get low, but checked on the play. Cousins got it out to Clark. Now Clark couldn't get it through the middle. That's broken up by Byfield. Poulin.
Great example of Quentin Byfield's approach to the game. He's determined to make an impact everywhere on the ice. I've compared him to Anze Kopitar. And like Kopitar, he's got that type of attitude and approach that, you know, offensively, defensively, I'm going to be invested in trying to make a difference. Great example there on that back check.
Byfield, the returnee from last year's gold medal performance of Team Canada. Reese will roll it in. Harley got it behind the net.
What a terrific play by Dawson Mercer. He's playing the offside here. A right shot playing the left wing. But he's so smart. He goes into that area along the boards in the defensive zone at the hash marks. He takes a look, sizes it all up, makes a great reverse back, Harley to Schneider, and you're right out of your zone. You know, that type of play is so critical in the World Junior Championships.
Dawson Mercer, New Jersey Devil first-round pick. 26 first-round picks at this training camp. Craig, that's crazy.
There's only 25 spots.
That's
on
right.
The team, right? Keep that in mind. Like, there's going to be some really good players not make this team.
Here's Mercer. I don't envy the coaching staff and the management staff in having to pick the final 25.
Well, it just speaks to what incredible depth this group, this age group has. And then you add Kirby Dock to the mix, and
Exactly.
It's an embarrassment of riches.
Red able to get it out. Reese. Ooh, that's picked off by Mercer. Otherwise, Wright might have had a break. Here's Reese. He gets forced back. Mercer right on him. They dig it loose. And Bork can go cross ice. There's Caden Goalie, Montreal Canadian first rounder. The Prince Albert Raiders. Puck knocked off his stick though. Sent up and off the boards. Goalie able to get it out. Still waiting for the first goal in this one is Gonsalves. Now we'll get it to Tomasino. Goes in behind the net. Gonsalves tried to get that one as it came in front. It just went past his stick. Korzak is able to keep it in. Get it into the corner. Korzak still with it. Cycle the puck. Gonsalves plays for the Everett Silvertips. Puck bounced in front of the net. Zeri hit hard. Solid hit there. Jack Quinn. And Suzuki's able to get it out. Give it to Cormier. Goes after it. Sent around the boards, but Gonsalves unable to get it out. LaPierre working in the corner. Comes loose. And Korzak will get it all the way up off the stick of Gonsalves. Nope, that's icing. Didn't touch it. Face-off be back in the white zone.
You know, one of the things that's always interesting in terms of how you want to play, and you know, trying to move it up outside the dots is one thing, but as teams close you off, you got to be able to look to the middle of the ice, and you know that's something that'll evolve here with Andre and the coaching staff. It's trying to get the first principles in place, and then understanding that you will have options. Because if you don't work off your options and teams close you, it becomes a long, hard night on the boards for those forwards.
You chase it around in your own end for a while. That's not fun. It's Matthew Robertson got it around, but didn't get it out. Belchier was able to keep it in. It's in behind the net. Here's Zeri. I'll reverse it. Over to Korzak, now to Robertson. Matthew Robertson of the Edmonton Oil Kings will get it out. LaPierre. Play it in. Korzak. To Zeri, he gets checked though. LaPierre, he'll go the other way. He'll put it in front of the net, and that bounces off the skate of Robertson right to Dylan Garand, who covered it up.
Henrik LaPierre, who missed games last year, got hurt at the end of November, didn't play another game before coming back earlier this year in the Quebec League, but an exceptionally smart player at the Lincoln Gretzky in August 2019. He was one of the very best players from any country that participated.
Washington Capitol draft pick, and I love the first name, Hendricks. That is awesome.
First overall pick in the Quebec League draft.
Wow. Puck sit in front of the net and just beyond the stick of Byfield. Puck centered. Nobody can get their stick on that. Sent through the middle. Here's an odd man rush for the white team. McMichael, his pass to Mercer, his shot, great stop made by Gauthier. Gauthier sliding across, good stop.
It's another great play by Dawson Mercer. He knows that Quentin Byfield is chasing him back. We got a penalty coming up here. I'll turn it over to you.
It's like a roughing call going to
Byfield. But
okay.
Mercer, he makes such a terrific play because he knows Byfield's trying to cut him off, but he stays wider. So now Byfield has to gain more ice to try to negate him. I mean, that's just a subtle play of about 3 feet, and now you get a grade A scoring chance instead of going down the middle where Byfield could get you.
You get easily checked.
Yeah.
Yep, smart play by Mercer.
Yeah, you
sure.
put yourself into a checking position, right?
So Team White will get their first power play. Schneider to Harley. Pass in front of the net, just off the, looks like it went off the heel of the stick there. Puck gets chopped out. There's Bork. Shot way wide. All the way around, nice play by Doc. He'll bring the puck in behind the net. Doc will throw the brakes on in the corner. Loose puck sent back to the line by Beckman. Wright trying to get it out, and it just comes out to the neutral zone. Braden Schneider with it. Schneider, New York Ranger draft pick. Past the Doc, who was behind him. Go down the ice for icing as White's just still trying to figure things out here on the power play. Red kind of gumming it up a little bit there at the blue line.
Misfiring, right?
Yep.
Just as the great Danny Gallivan used to say, failed to negotiate the pass at the line.
Cannonading drive. I love it. So Doc to take the face-off against Suzuki. Quinn will kill some time for Team Red. Harley with it. We'll drop that off for Braden Schneider. Back to Thomas Harley. In 18-19, Harley was the OHL Scholastic Player of the Year. We'll get that up to Doc. He'll bring it in. Doc. Back to the blue line. It just hopped over the stick of Korzak. That puck was bouncing. Robertson will give it to Jarvis. Seth Jarvis of the Portland Winterhawks got it in. It gets wrapped hard. Schwint will keep it in. There's Korzak. Couldn't get it into the middle there for Tomasino, and the puck played out by Pelche. Maybe one last rush up the ice here for Team White with a man advantage. Tomasino, the Nashville Predator draft pick. To the blue line. Korzak, his shot, tipped in front, rebound, scores! Team White! Right near the end of the power play, there was a loose puck. It goes past Gauthier. It's 1-0 for Team White.
Gage Gonsalves, right going to the net to the scoring area. Quick shot to the net by Korzak, and then there's Gonsalves. Finds the puck, but he's in perfect position. He's a little bit off the blue, so now he doesn't get jammed up. So when the puck comes out, he's got room to maneuver, makes no mistake about it.
Gage Gonsalves, Tampa Bay Lightning draft, 71 points last year with the Everett Silvertips. In the right spot at the right time, gets the rebound. Pass to Cousins for Team White, so 1-0 for Team White. Power play goal, loose puck, not just put wide of the net. It's Graham Clark with the opportunity. Here's Cormier. Comes across off the skate of Spence. He's able to shoot it in. Millman got it to the boards. White able to get it out high in the air, just inside the red zone, and it's O'Rourke. That is waved off. No icing. Puck out to center and just off the stick of Mercer. Red will go the other way. Byfield. To slow up. Byfield goes across into his own end. Now it goes to O'Rourke. Off the stick of Poulin. Mercer. Now to Connor Zeri, got his stick lifted. Assist to Caden Korzak and Philip Tomasino on that goal by Gonsalves. Byfield's pass through the middle, but a bouncing puck. Mercer can get that out of the zone. Now through the middle, Damon Hunt will give it to Beckman. Across, good save made. Gauthier got it with a pad. Poulin goes the other way, his pass. Trying to get it to Byram, who jumped up, and we get the glove ahead pass, so we get the whistle. It's opening up a little bit here, Craig. This is good.
Good offensive players are going to be able to find room, and Connor Zeri gets open, and it's just another beautiful pass and play by Dawson Mercer. The patience, he lets the lane open up, he puts it right on Zari's stick, and again, Gauthier with a terrific save.
Puck gets into the corner. Here's Bork. Gotta get by him, it comes out. Byram on the right wing into the white and taken away by Doc. Puck comes around to Jarvis, and that smacked off the boards and out. Barron, zone in for Red to Byram. Forced back by Jarvis, over to Barron. On the right wing, Reese slides off the check, tried to cut to the middle. He got tripped up, penalty coming to Team White. And it will be the second power play for Team Red. Gonsalves off for the trip.
Jamison Reese has an attack mentality, and he puts Gonsalves into a tough spot as he cuts back. And one of the things Andre Tourigny talks about is, you know what, you don't have to be in a hurry. So just maintain good positioning, good angles, and don't put yourself in a position where they can pass it around you, or in the case right there with Gage, Gonsalves, where he ends up taking a penalty. And those are some of the points that Andre will emphasize.
Schwint, he'll put it in front. Tomasino shot off the pad. Taylor Goalie, I don't know if that was going wide of the net or not, but nonetheless, athletic play by Goalie. Second power play here for Red. They're 0 for 1. Sent off the boards and out by Cole Schwint. Red makes changes. Weaving his way up is Spence. Now it goes to Pelche, to Lapierre. Gets it low to Pelche. Take it in behind the net. Perfetti with it. Cole Perfetti. Set things up. Back to the point. And a good stick there to get it out to the neutral zone for Team White by Dylan Cousins.
Well, that's Dylan. I mean, Cole Perfetti's a good player, but Dylan Cousins is just waiting for you to make he's baiting you.
Garand able to get it all the way out for the Team White. Good play by the netminder. Comes Lapierre to Cormier. Cormier stepping in, shot, nice block. And that's sent all the way down the ice as Sabrango able to get in the shooting lane and get it all the way down. Out comes Cormier for Team Red. Pass off his skate into the white zone. Penalty just about done as it gets cleared out. Justin Barron will turn it up. Penalty over, Red 0 for 2 with the man advantage. White up 1-0. Puck comes loose. Here's Krebs, put it across. There's nobody there for Team Red. Byfield after it in the corner. Zeri gets to it first. Behind the net. Hunt spun around. The pass in front off the stick of Garand. Reese. He'll put it off the post from a sharp angle. Tried to go upstairs. It's a solid hit.
Peyton Krebs. I've used the comparable of Ryan O'Reilly to describe his style of play, but every time I watch him, it just drives the point home. Defensively, offensively, he's creative, he's determined, he's invested in the game everywhere on the ice. And, he had that unfortunate Achilles heel just prior to the draft, missed time, but his ability, here's Jamison Reese, looks like it goes off the helmet, the mask of Garand.
And hit the post.
Post, yeah. Kind of up and off.
And the short side roof it.
Yeah. Well, Peyton's one of those players, you play him anywhere, and he almost looks natural wherever you play him because he understands the game so exceptionally well.
Here's Reese, shot, saved by Garand, juggled it for a second, and then able to hold on.
The one thing I really like about Dylan Garand is that for the most part, and this is part of development, but he doesn't beat himself. Some goalies put themselves into positions and, they compromise themselves. For the most part, and other areas of his game he's going to continue to develop, drafted by the Rangers. When you think about Benoit Allaire, he's terrific. He's got a real good opportunity to work with one of the very best goaltending coaches anywhere ever. But he doesn't beat himself, and that's a good quality to have.
28, 10, and 3 last year with the Blazers. Puck sent around to Wright. He's able to poke it out. Harley gets to it. It's dumped down by Wright. Puts it towards the net and covers it up. And Shane Wright is, what a story. Unbelievable.
Go.
16 years old.
Well, talk about when he was 50.
Well, that's the...
You were here.
I was here. It was during the Canada Winter Games, and I called the games for the Red Deer Rebels. We were away most of the time during that event, but we were here, and we were able to see one game when Alberta played Ontario, and Wright was absolutely fantastic. And he was an underage on that team. Amazing. Back to the point, Byram whistles it wide. In fact, Wright's not draft eligible till 2022. Yeah. And he's out here with the best players across Canada.
39 goals last year. And you
at
go,
15?
Well, go look around the CHL and see how many guys eligible for this year's tournament had 39 goals or more. You won't have to count very many.
No, blows my mind. Blast from the point. Grand with this save without his stick. Forster gives it to Byram. Pass to the middle, now gets to Byram. He'll try to short side, missed. Kept in. Suzuki. In behind the net. Pinching in from the point is Spence. Durant still without his twig. The puck sent out. He can recover that stick. As we're getting down to it here in the first period. Good to have you on board, wherever you are. Thanks for joining us. We're just happy to have hockey. Perfetti will dump it in.
Well, after all the practices and the lead up to this game, you know the players are going to have a little bit of a breather.
Good save by Gauthier again. Taylor Gauthier had to deal with 12 shots in that period. That Dylan Grand not quite as busy, but I thought both goaltenders showed well.
They did, and they were alert. You know,
yeah.
One of the things you're working on your game, be alert, follow, track the puck, and that one play off the backboards where Poulin tried to come. I mean, Dylan Garand was right there.
Right there.
He loses his stick. He still stays focused on the play. Gauthier had to make some really good saves moving laterally against some good offensive players that had some really good looks and opportunities. So, but you know what? A little bit of the rust gets shaken off now with the first period under their belts.
Well, it's great to have you on board wherever you are. We're here tonight. We're here tomorrow night. We're here Tuesday.
Yep.
We got hockey for you, so thank you.
Yep.
Gage Gonsalves, the only goal scorer, came at 12:43 of the first period on the power play for Team White. We're taking a break. You and I are taking a break.
17:52. We'll see you again.
Okay, we'll see you again. So we'll talk to you soon. Welcome back to the Western Park Centrum here in Red Deer. Cam Moon along with Craig Button as Team White takes on Team Red. The first of 3 intra-squad games between these two teams. I mean, things could change. Teams could change slightly over the course of the next
the
games.
Teams can't change.
They can't? They're staying?
No, because they're in cohorts. So the red cohort, they're in their group, and they're in that group. When Clinton Byfield showed up the other day, and there was an afternoon session, he wasn't in that group. That's why he had to wait till the next morning. So they're keeping them separate in their own groups to try to, adhere to the protocols and get through, go through the days and try to make sure there's a consistency.
At some point, we will see the NCAA players. I don't know. We won't for this, but somewhere after that.
Once they go through all the protocols.
Okay.
And there's time frames for those.
Yes.
14 days is my understanding for Dylan Holloway, Alex Newhook, and Devin Levi. But they've been here working hard as well.
All right, we're underway here in the second period. Team White with a 1-0 lead. Gage Gonsalves scoring in the first period on the power play. Pass for Drysdale, just skips over his stick. Poulin into his own end. Drysdale. Pass the skates that just about was a problem for Byram. Able to recover.
The thing about Bowen Byram is what appears to be a problem, or can be a problem for a lot of players, never is for him.
So smooth. Here's the long breakaway pass just over the stick of Reese. Millman gets it out. Working on the right wing. Cousins. And back to the point. Damon Hunt. Look in front of the net. It's forced over. Rimmed around by Cormier. Doesn't get out. Millman keeps it in. Shot didn't get through. Hunt will let it go. It goes wide. Barron. Can't get it out. Bad angle shot. Save made by Gauthier. Now here's Lucas Cormier. Vegas draft pick. Couldn't get it away. Pass out. Quick shot. The nice save made by Gauthier as Connor Zary let that go off the left side. But Zary, the Calgary Flame draft pick, just getting in the right spot.
Well, coming off the bench and he's ready. McMichael's got his head up. He can see clearly there's a great opportunity, and Zary gets it off his stick quickly, and Taylor Gauthier makes the save. Here's Zary coming off the bench. And it's not just coming on the ice off the bench, it's being ready to engage coming off the bench. Connor Zary does a great job of doing exactly that.
Zary was 5th in WHL scoring last year, 86 points. The Kamloops Blazers, Calgary Flame first rounder. He plays the game hard.
Doesn't he?
Yeah.
He's a good player.
Zary could win it back to Matthew Robertson. Couldn't get the shot through. Lots of traffic. Pelche. Get it out, roll that puck in. Korzak taken out on the end boards. Zary up near the blue line, but Quinn had kept it in. Sent to the side of the net. Korzak able to chop that away. Cousins will get it out. Here's Pelche. Pass back to O'Rourke. Fire that puck into the white zone. Perfetti crashes in. Beckman to Zary. Only got it to center. Robertson able to step up. Get a pass through. Tomasino's shot doesn't get through the traffic as well. Beckman let it go. That hit a skate. Zary with it. Back to the point shot. Tipped just wide of the net. Perfetti. Long pass to Krebs. They give that to Caden Goalie. Dumps the puck in. Sabrango. Give it to Harley. Now trying to split the middle is Mercer. Puts it on goal. Save made by Gauthier. Just got a piece of it as Mercer trying to go right through the middle. Poulin for Team Red. Shimmied around in behind the net. It comes in front. And that's taken away. Byfield just gets it in. Sabrango got it out. Red might have got caught with.
Oh, there's 6 out there. They didn't, it might have.
No, there were 6 playing.
Guilty as charged. Too many men on the ice.
Yeah. Sometimes it could be on like a change and you could debate it. That was 6 guys playing.
Yeah, but as they put the puck on, like, you know, they were already in this state of discombobulation, and now when you're trying to make that change and you throw the puck there, you just get yourself into big problems. They're not calling a penalty?
No penalty? All right, well, good enough. Looked like 6.
Oh, there was 6 out there. There was no question there was 6 out there. But the referees are in a forgiving mood today.
Oh, hold on. Not that forgiving. Cormier will serve the penalty for Team Red. So Team White gets the power play. They are 1 for 1 with the man advantage here this evening. Millman. Got it in on the left to Clark. Behind the net. Jarvis Up against the end boards. Dig it loose to Doc, only for a moment, to the skates of Barron. Krebs couldn't get it out. Pass off the stick of Krebs, and it does come out.
But that's a great play by Krebs.
Yep.
Because he's coming out at the point there, and he's trying to make sure that that puck can't go back deep. And Braden Schneider,
He forced him one way.
He has nowhere to go with it because Peyton Krebs put him in that tough spot. Just a terrific play by Peyton Krebs.
Hey, get a delay of game penalty here.
Yeah, Ryan O'Rourke fires it up and over the glass.
All right. Red is digging themselves a little bit of a hole here. 5-on-3 for a minute 10 for Team White. Big face-off win.
Jacob Pelletier is a very good offensive player. I don't think he gets nearly enough credit for being a really good two-way player, kills penalties, makes plays, just wins that face-off there, which killed 15 seconds.
Cousins, back to the point. Korzak, over to Robertson. Now to Cousins. To Robertson, Caden Korzak. Korzak's going to step in, shoot it, saved by Gauthier. He was able to see it. McMichael was in front of the net, wasn't in front of the goaltender, and a good save by Gauthier.
It was a good save. Nice patient play here, and Korzak steps in, but you see McMichael, but...
Oh, he was in front of the net.
I
stand corrected. He was right in front of his face. Good position save by Gauthier, because I don't know how he saw it. And work it around. Cousins will shoot. Scores! Dylan Cousins just walks through, fires that thing home as he's done so many times for the Lethbridge Hurricanes, and it's 2-0 for Team White.
Well, Dylan has his head up the entire time. Eyes, he's aware of what his options are, and he realizes the best option is for me to just take this and wire it. And that's exactly what he does. And, young players work on their shot, and every young player, very, very few young players have an NHL quality shot. But now you're seeing the progression in Dylan Cousins' game, that shot, where he can score from 35 feet. Well, now you're quick, you're fast, you're powerful, makes you harder to defend.
4:35, time of the power play goal for Cousins. It's 2-0 for Team White. Still on the power play. Puck goes to Gauthier. He was able to steer it aside. In behind the net. Drysdale that skates. That's jammed free. Hunt got it low. Now it comes to Harley. Harley cross ice pass, glances just off the stick of Suzuki. Out to Harley. He'll shoot it. Misses. Glove side of Gauthier. The top of the circle. Hunt over to Harley. In front, looking for the tip. That just missed.
You know what I love about that play by Harley, though? He wired the pass. He put the onus on Dawson Mercer. You're going to have to take this pass and redirect it. And
that gets played up in a hurry by Garand, but called on the offside on the change right at the bench. Heads up by Dylan Garand to get that up in a hurry.
Well, we talked about the goaltenders being alert. Another example of Dylan Garand being alert.
Yep.
What I was going to say about Dawson Mercer on that play, next chance it'll be in the net.
Yeah.
Do the right things.
Yep.
And you'll be rewarded. And Harley was doing the right thing. Mercer going to the net was doing the right thing.
Barron over to Cormier. Able to get it out. Off the stick of Perfetti, and it'll go back into the white zone. Sebrango. Now coming in, Doc. Doc up top of the circle. Doc through the middle. From behind the net, his pass hits a stick up into the air. Kept in, Sabrango to Doc. Trying to go to the middle for Gonsalves. His stick lifted, and that will go down the ice. 2-0 Team White. Both goals on the power play. It's been Gage Gonsalves and Dylan Cousins. Pass for McMichael. That missed him. That'll be icing against Team White. Dylan Cousins with the goal here in the second period. Buffalo Sabre draft pick. Craig, watching him last year with the Lethbridge Hurricanes against the Red Deer Rebels, that guy can't be very far away from being an NHL player because he looks really close.
Oh, I think when the NHL season gets underway that he will be in the NHL. I know my good friend Peter Anholt doesn't want to hear that, but
true.
But that's just the way it is.
There's Krebs, get it in. After it, Byfield. Sent around, Poulin to Krebs to Byfield. Get it low to Spence. Pass through the middle, went off to Seth Jarvis. Sent up to the blue line. That's kept in by Byram. Byfield just had it go up over the glass. That'll go out of play.
Well, we talk about Dylan Cousins and what he's able to do. Dylan Garand, getting a look at him. What I've really been impressed with is the goaltenders look really comfortable. They look really kind of like composed. And not that it doesn't look to me that they see the game as moving too quickly, that they're adjusting. They look like they're right on it.
There's Tomasino.
Jason LaBarbera, who is the goaltending coach for Hockey Canada.
Works with the Calgary Hitmen as well. Doing a great job with the goaltenders.
Yeah, he does, really does a good job.
Reese lets it go, bad angle shot. Post all sealed off by Garand.
I think with Jason too, and I think this is a real hallmark of good goaltending coaches, they not only work on your technique and your development, but they also know how to make in-game corrections. You come in and a couple of plays that you might not have liked that could create vulnerability. He's able to get the goaltenders back kind of to their foundation and root it so it doesn't become a problem.
It's safe to say it's anybody's game as to who makes this team in goal.
I would say so. And even though Devin Levi, one of the NCAA players because of the protocol coming from the United States, I mean, he's a terrific goaltender. And, he was the top goaltender in Carleton Place last year in the CJHL. At the World Junior A Challenge, I mean, he was lights out great. And he's got a real chance. And I know that Dylan Holloway, Alex Newhook, Devin Levi, they're just chomping at the bit. It's killing them not to be able to play or participate. But I think that Devin will be right in the mix as they move along, as well as the other four goaltenders.
Icing again against Team White. But 5 goaltenders. They'll keep 3. 5 here. But it comes down to inter-squad games and the pre-tournament games. And
the U Sports, they're going to play the University of Alberta and Mount Royal University and the University of Calgary. So that's going to give them a good test.
Sure. I don't envy them picking them as well. The goaltending's going to be tough.
You don't envy them picking anybody.
I really don't. That's a tough call. A lot of talent here.
Oh boy, is there ever.
Wright tried to get to it, couldn't get to it. Kept in for a moment, but it goes past Cormier and out. Now Cormier. We'll give that to Goalie. His shot glances off the arm of Garand. But comes back to Garand, who'll cover that up. And Caden Goalie steps up into the play. Gets a good hard shot away.
His skating is so exceptional. And when you can skate like Caden Goalie skates, your ability to get into the play, to chew up ice, and to be threatening can be really significant. And his skating is like very few. It's that exceptional.
40 points last year with the Prince Albert Raiders. Byram will keep it in for Team Red. Up top of the circle, and it just comes out. So Krebs to Barron, over to Byram.
But you watch that play by Krebs. That's against Kirby Doc.
Yeah.
Like, so, you know, he's got to approach Kirby Doc and checking him 6'5" very differently than somebody else. But Krebs dissects that quickly and does a superb job of stripping him of the puck.
Here's Mercer. He'll shoot it in for White.
If you think I like Peyton Krebs, you're right.
Yep. Well, he is a dynamic player.
I love him.
He really is. Plays with the Winnipeg Ice. Vegas Golden Knight draft pick. Sabrango. Get it around the boards. It's not going to get out. Shot from the point. And Garand able to make the save and hold on to it.
So I talk about not beating yourself, right? Like, Garand reads the play all the way around the boards. Oh, and you asked me this question before the day.
I did.
You said, are they going to switch goalies? And what did I say to you? I said I don't know.
I don't know.
But I do know now. They're going to switch goalies.
You've really, are we going to do, are we just switching and playing, or are they going to give him a few shots?
But let me just finish.
Tristan Lennox, ready to go. Down for Team Red, and Brett Brochu with Team White. All right, Byfield going to take the draw for Red up against Cousins. Cousins has a goal here for Team White. It was on a 5-on-3 power play. Here's Poulin. His shot just whistled it wide of the White net. Spence keeping it in to Byfield. Back to the point. O'Rourke put it wide of the goal. Trying to bounce it in front of the goal. Side of the net, played in front, but it goes all the way back to the point. O'Rourke had it bounce off of him and out. Spence will play it in. Red has to tag up.
Matthew Robertson's going to get a penalty here.
Off for the hold.
Yeah, he had him wrapped up.
So, Red's third power play by my math. They're 0 for 2. Robertson off for
There's the play.
Yep.
Once that right arm gets wrapped around the midsection, it's an easy call for the referee. And you know, in that spot, you know, and Matthew's a good enough defenseman. He knows, you know, just keep pushing him to the corner. Push him out of there.
Set up behind the net by Lennox. Red with a chance here with the man advantage. Drysdale poked off his stick, following it up Byfield. He'll roll it in, get it himself. Put it behind the net, and that gets whistled out of the zone by Gonsalves. Drysdale, Anaheim Duck draft pick. He'll drop it. Weaving in, it goes over to Byfield. Cormier, the blue line to Drysdale. Keep that in as Byfield. Go after it in the corner, and Gonsalves gets it off the boards down the ice for Team White. Good job by Team White. They're not letting Red set up much.
Andre Tournier emphasizing in practice, get on them, pressure them, don't let them get comfortable.
Shot towards the net, and Brochu will just hold on to that. 45 seconds left to go in the power play for Team
And
White.
you can even call that last play. Reese gets the puck, and Braden Schneider comes up there. And you can call that soft pressure, but there's no easy passage there for Jamison Reese, right? Like, so right there you get up there, and that's how Andre wants to see them play. Be smart, like pressure smart. You don't have to take yourself out of position, but we want pressure.
Red to set up. Here's Maverick Bork. Side of the net to Reese in front of the goal. That hit a stick. Wright was looking for the play in front of the net. Byram. Waiting. Front of the goal to Reese. The shot and the save made by Brochu. Reese put it through his skates. Back up the point. Goalie will keep it in. Bouncing puck. Goalie over to Byram. Penalty just about done. sent off the boards and out, and Red 0 for 3 on the power play. Wright will wind things up. Drop it off for Goalie. Caden Goalie. Pass to Krebs, but Mercer got in front of that and give it to Doc. That's offside. And it's really hard not to notice Dawson Mercer in this game.
Has he not been the best player?
He's been really good.
Yeah, like I mean, we can argue maybe, but he's so smart. Like, and again, like, you know, one of the things players learn, they you know, Caden Goalie doesn't know Dawson Mercer, but he's learning about Dawson Mercer, the plays he can make, and I mean, Dawson is so versatile. He's able to play in so many different areas of the game and play them well.
Offside at the Team White line, but yeah, Mercer, the New Jersey Devil first-round pick, played for Team Canada last year, and yeah, it's real easy to notice that he is incredibly above average.
Yeah. IAA, incredibly above average.
Yeah. O'Rourke will shoot it in. Brochu has the bouncing puck to the corner. It's a battle on the end boards. Now Jack Quinn in there. And in behind the net to Bork. Try to get it back to Quinn. Up near the blue line. Beckman will get it up. O'Rourke got it away from him. Following it up. Coming into the left wing side. Getting it back to the point was Mercer. Comes out. Beckman shot. And the save made by Lennox as Mercer got that into the slot. Beckman just turned and fired it.
Everywhere on the ice. I mean, you spend a lot of years here with the Red Deer Rebels, so you know Brent Sutter so well. And like, you know, one of the things I say about coaches, just watch how they use players, right? Like, you'll get a really good idea of how good that player is by where they use them, how much they,
That one snuck through the pads of Lennox. He got 5 hold.
Oh, yeah. Philip Tomasino quickly off the face-off, just gets it to the net and right between the legs of Tristan Lennox. And
well, you put it on goal, you never know, I guess.
Well, you know, and you know, it was quick off the face-off and steps into it and threw a kind of a double layer screen. So Lennox, you'd have to think, had a tough time picking it up.
I don't think he saw it. But heads up play by Tomasino, the Nashville Predator draft, Oshawa Generals.
So when I talk about Brent and coaches, they give you every indication about how good players are by how they use them and how they trust them. But last year, during the rushing.
Here's Lapierre. Try to go back across to McMichael. Puck up to the blue line. McMichael shoots, misses. Comes off the boards. McMichael able to keep it in. Puck comes back to Cormier. Out of Spence, over to Cormier. Cormier coming out to center. That gets turned over. Pass right
offside.
Up the middle. Yeah. Oh, Clark was in just a little bit early. Otherwise, he's got himself a breakaway.
Well, so you can say he's a little bit earlier. Gonsalves is a little bit late, right?
Either way,
it's a combination of both of them. You know, the symmetry, you know, just trying to find that chemistry. And the chemistry isn't between the two players. It's in the timing, right? And that's something to be expected. I don't think it's either player's fault.
Very close. Here's Drysdale. He'll shoot it in. Out of his net, Brochu. Around the boards, Clark able to give it to Gonzalez. He'll get the puck on the right wing, and it's chopped out to center. Harley back into his own end for Team White. His pass, that hit the stick of Wright. Clark knocked away from him. Byfield, his shot didn't get through. Loose puck in front of the net. Just went through some skates. Wright centered it. Gonsalves to the blue line. Byram kept it in to Byfield. now over to Drysdale. Shoots, and he whistled it over the net. May have went off the stick of Clark. Puck sent to the line. Drysdale read that, kept it in. Drysdale, the point. Over to Byram. Byram making the moves. Go towards the net, shoots it, and a save made by Brochu. It's Bowen Byram.
The other thing about Byram is,
another good save by Brochu.
again, reading the play, have to move laterally, but if you're not tracking that puck all the way from the beginning of that play, a lot of times you're reaching, and now your position is compromised. Brochu makes a really strong play there.
The Reds starting to put on the pressure. Bork got it to the corner. Puck comes loose, pass to the line. Reese kept it in just across the line. They give it to Krebs. He'll come in, shoot it. The save made by Brochu is Peyton Krebs. Nifty little move to get a better angle.
Yeah, and he just kind of flips the puck onto his forehand, but Brochu right there with him. Reads it, and he gets right there, stays with him. Look at him, how steady Brochu is in that net. Excellent goaltending.
Here's Goalie. Behind the goal over the stick of Reese. He's got Zary right on him. Zary. We'll get that thing free, and now we get the whistle. Reds turning it up a little bit here, Craig.
Well, they need to. You're down by 3. You got to apply some pressure.
All right. Doc to take the draw for Team White. Up against Suzuki, and the puck gets into the corner. Cycled behind the net. Pelche after it, leave it behind the goal. Back to Barron on the point shot, off the stick, doesn't get through. Pelche to Barron. Barron will come in, shoots, scores! Justin Barron pulls the puck all the way from the point, and he goes just inside the post. He gets red on the board. White still leading 3-1.
Nice little interplay with Jacob Pelletier and Justin Barron. Because as Pelletier comes up, Barron is moving, and now he's got a lane. He gets a really good shot off. You know, Brochu, there's that play there. And that's the spot where they're caught, and, you know, Brochu trying to pick it up a little bit deeper into the net, and Barron finds the upper part of the net. But real nice interplay with Pelletier and Barron. Quick. They were quick.
I liked how he pulled the puck, then shot, changed the angle quickly. It's a nice play by Justin Barron. Barron, who plays for the Halifax Mooseheads in the Quebec Major Junior League. Colorado Avalanche draft pick, gets red on the board. They'd been pressuring, though. Here comes Robertson. Behind the net. Byram after it for red. Puck rim back to Robertson. Tried to get that low. Instead, Shane Wright will get it out for red. Korzak will shoot it in. Lennox can set it. Out comes Spence. Well, across to Byram. We got the puck just to the line. It comes in on the offside, and we get the whistle. Red needed a little something to spark things, and yeah, they kept pressuring, eventually get rewarded with the goal. Here's Drysdale. Just to the line of White. Millman to the, no, it comes in on the offside. Byfield. There's Cousins. That went in on the offside on red, so we'll do it again. These two teams, they're going to do this again tomorrow. Oh, we're going to do it right here. We're going to be on the internet again tomorrow.
In all my years of watching a lot of different types of intra-squad scrimmages with Canadian players, that second game after they've got their feet wet,
Yeah.
Really starts to show like how you're adjusting, how you're separating, potentially your spot on a team from others you're competing for. So, this is an important day for all these players and the coaches, but it won't become any less important for game 2 on Sunday.
True enough. Puck goes down to Brochu, he'll cover it. It's an extended training camp. This is a longer training camp than normal years. It's a bigger training camp than normal years, so a little bit different this year.
Well, I'll say this because I think it's important to kind of describe a different point. When they have the Russia's CHL series, you get a lot of players involved, and so they have practices. They have games. They get involved. The coaches. Dale Hunter coached all 6 games last year in Quebec and Ontario and in the West. So, yeah, it's bigger with one group and certainly very unique. But the knowledge of these players, from the perspective of Hockey Canada, is exceptional.
Yeah.
Very few of these players haven't been in the program of excellence. Gage Consalves, finds his way into the program of excellence for the first time. But it's based on his play. Adam Beckman, I always tell young players, Hockey Canada's always watching. Just keep playing. Keep playing.
Yeah, Beckman's a great example. As that was offside at the blue line, but Beckman's a great example of that.
Cole Schwinn, Tyson Forster,
sure.
There's a lot of different examples, but their knowledge of the players is really deep and it's really wide. And so the players come in knowing what to expect. You have this body of work that they performed in different scenarios and situations that you use in it. They become measuring sticks. How much better have you become? Where have you built your game?
Byram's one-timer, and that was blocked. Good hard shot by Byram, so we're getting right down to it here in the second period.
Well, this is a power play opportunity.
Barron to right. Right, waiting. We give it to Barron. He'll shoot it, put it over the net. Second period comes to a close. Red on the power play for the 4th time in this game. 3-1, White leading after 2 periods. And yeah, when you've got the OHL and the WHL that haven't been playing, I think the players from the Quebec Major Junior League, they've been playing, but you can't replicate this. You can practice, you can work on skills. There's nothing quite like playing real games against real opposition.
But the difference between, even in the Quebec League, Patrick Poulin only played 2 games.
Yeah.
Right, because of what happened in the red zone in Quebec. Hendrix Lapierre and Dawson Mercer had 4 games. Lucas Cormier and Jordan Spence and Justin Barron, they had more because they're in the Atlantic bubble. So when you think about it, but Patrick Poulin, he's only had 2 games under his belt, right? Yeah. So, they're coming from different experiences since last March, and that's one of the things that Andre Tourigny, I thought, really emphasized. Listen, I'm really proud of the work you're putting in. We're making good strides. You guys continue to do it, and let's keep doing it. And and he's been very engaging. He's been very vocal and instructive, but the players have done the work as well. And it's only going to get better as time goes past.
True enough. Well, that gets us through 2 periods here at the Western Park Centrium in Red Deer. We are going to have the 3rd period for you after this intermission, so don't go anywhere. Maybe you got to take a little break. Maybe you need to fill up on the snacks or the beverages, whatever it is. You can replenish at this time, and we will see you at the start of the 3rd period. New score clock, new seats. If you're just joining us now and you're familiar with the Western Park Centrium, you will notice it does look a little bit different.
It looks beautiful.
Thank you.
It really does. It looks great.
I like the look of it. It's nice.
Well, as you well know, the work in it started years ago, a number of years ago. With the boxes at the one end, and just continues to just.
We are very fortunate.
Well, yeah, no, but I mean, it's a commitment by everybody involved to make this a first-class facility for everybody that experiences hockey or concerts or exhibitions.
You name it. Suzuki will keep it in, give it to Byram. He'll get it side of the net. Shifted back to the point and fired just wide by Drysdale. Quinn. Get the pass into the corner for Wright. Now we'll go to Suzuki. Poked away by Harley. And the puck floated all the way down the ice. Lennox, the plate up. That's taken away by Mercer. He'll come in shorthanded. Backhand the save made by Lennox. As Dawson Mercer, who's put on a pretty good display here this evening, gets a nice chance shorthanded.
I use this description on certain players. What Dawson Mercer does is he beats you up with his mind. You know, there's Tristan Lennox thinking he's got a pass up the ice. Dawson Mercer says, no, you don't. No, you don't. And he's always in the right spots. He's the puck doesn't follow him. He knows where to be so that he can get the puck and can make plays.
Dawson Mercer, who plays with Chicoutimi in the Quebec Major Junior League, has had a heck of a game here tonight. Puck bumped back to Pelche, skipped over his stick.
Here's Dawson Mercer to a T. So you want to play 5-on-5, you need a goal, you need to protect a goal. Dawson Mercer's on the ice. Power play on the ice, penalty killing on the ice.
Puck driven to the net, put just wide, penalty over, so Team Red's 0 for 4 with a man advantage.
What coach doesn't want a player like that?
Oh, exactly. We'd take 20 of them.
And there he is right there making a defensive play right in front of his net on a pass that was trying to come to Pelletier.
I don't know who's picking the 3 stars tonight, Craig, and I'm thinking it's probably going to be you, but he's got the odds-on favorite right now for first star.
I should phone my buddy Alan Doyle from Great Big Sea, who's from Newfoundland, to ask to pick the 3 stars tonight. That way it'd be cemented that Dawson Mercer would be the first star.
Yeah, for sure.
Alex Newhook isn't playing. He might pick him as a second star.
Here comes Krebs. He'll give it to Byfield. Back to Krebs. Drops it. Byfield. Puck on the boards. Poulin to Byfield. Byfield to leave it. Poulin. Back to Cormier. Poulin. Here's Cormier. His snapshot off the leg went wide. Spence kept it in for Red. Matthew Robertson. Team White can get it to the blue line. Cormier will shoot it. That hit the stick of Clark and it goes out of play. Faceoff will stay in that white zone. Reds cranked it up here. It started near the end of the second period. They get their goal. They had the power play to start off the third. They didn't score, but they've gained momentum off of it. Puck sent all the way down. Lennox goes the other way to Wright. Now to Quinn. Just get it in. Puck sent out. Pass a little bit too far for Jarvis. Lennox will clear it. Jarvis. Now to Cousins. He's got a goal here tonight. Pass to the middle. That's broken up. Out comes Byram. Byram. It's checked. No, actually spins around, passes it all the way across. I thought he was about to get checked.
Well, he was, but he had sized that up and just beyond the reach of Cole Perfetti.
Here's Perfetti. Will rim the puck. Red making changes here. Reese kept it in. Perfetti. Pass across. Reese couldn't get the one-timer through. Barron will keep it in. Mercer. Get it back. Give the puck to Schneider. Able to rim the puck in. Barron. He's got the goal for Red. Got it. Puck came in front. As McMichael. He'll center that. Nobody from White to get a stick on it. Suzuki will bring it out. Center ice shoots it in. Brochu able to set it. Harley. They'll dump that puck in. Goalie up into the corner. Center around the boards, in from the point. Sabrango was able to keep it in. There's Clark. Clark brings it to the middle. His shot, side of the net. Good stop. Rebound, scores! McMichael got a loose puck. As they got it to the front of the net, got it over Lennox, and White goes up 4-1.
Graham Clark attacks inside the dots. So now that pulls defenders into there, and you watch McMichael just slide out, give himself some room to maneuver. Puck comes right to him. He's got a lot of net to pick his spot, but it all starts because Graham Clark is going to attack inside the dots into the heart of the matter. And then McMichael, real smart, patient, but in strong position to take advantage.
Connor McMichael, third in OHL scoring last season, with 102 points. He puts White up 4-1. Clark jammed it in behind the net. Back up to the blue line, and Harley kept it in to Clark. Clark working it all the way around. Saucer it to Harley. He'll shoot it. Tipped off a stick and out of play.
You talked earlier about watching the Canada Games, Ontario, Alberta, Shane Wright.
Yep.
Do you recall watching Graham Clark's brother Brant play in that tournament?
I don't.
Well, Brant plays in Barrie. He's going to be a top pick in the 2021 NHL draft. He's a defenseman, and a very, very good one at that. So he was in that game.
Well, that was an incredible Ontario team. And Alberta had a good squad as well. A lot of fun hosting that event here. Unfortunately, we didn't see a lot of it because we were out on road trip, 2 different road trips. But great hockey played here at the Western Park Centrium.
Oh yeah, a real glimpse of the future.
Yes. Here's Byram. Dump the puck in.
You watch all those plays. I call that hand deception. He just kind of makes you think, and then he opens up a lane. I was lucky enough to be with Dallas when we had Sergei Zubov for years. That's what Sergei used. That's what Zubov used to do. Byram does it. He just makes you think one thing, opens up the lane, goes by you, makes a pass. And you know what? You can't teach it.
No. I've watched many a Vancouver Giant game on the internet when it goes to overtime and it's 3-on-3 and he's on the ice. It just doesn't seem fair. Here's Jarvis.
Well, here's the other thing too about Bowen. He's got an iron lung. He can play forever.
Sure.
Under 17 gold medal game up in Dawson Creek when his 01 group was playing. There was just under 6 minutes left, and it was a 1-goal game. The USA had jumped out with a big lead, and Bowen Byram's Canadian side had made it a 1-goal game. They'd come back and fought. And I said, he's not coming off the ice, I guarantee. He played over 5 consecutive minutes. USA scored an empty net goal, and that's when Bowen came off the ice.
It's impressive.
Yes, it is. Because it's not just about, having aerobic capacity. You also have to have mental capacity, like the aerobic, the mental aerobics in place. They can, you think the game. You don't expend unnecessary energy. He has that.
Dock in on the forecheck. Goalie got it to the corner. Puck sent out. Jammed off the boards over the stick of Dock. Reese will get it in. That is broken up. And Mercer with it. Said that a lot tonight. They'll drop it. Gonzalez got it to the corner, but that was it. Ryan Suzuki can rim it. Chopped off the boards by Reese and out. Connor Zary turning it up for Team White. He can bounce it in. Lennox scooped it to the corner. Zary trying to keep it in. Puck comes free. Lapierre, his pass just off a stick, and Clark can go the other way. Here's Clark. He'll drop it. Shot off the post on the short side. Good hard shot, too, by McMichael. Zary, pass to McMichael. And that goes all the way to the wing, and Hunt in from the blue line. The pass by Zeri didn't connect. Clark, he'll hammer it, and that's blocked in front of the net by Pelche. Pelche will get it out. Damon Hunt. Now over to Dylan Cousins. Up to Tomasino, poked it ahead, just too far for McMichael. Jordan Spence, LA King draft pick. Plays at the Moncton Wildcats. He'll get it off the boards and out. Byfield, give it to Perfetti. Back to Spence. Spence around to Perfetti. He takes a hit. Sabrango to center ice. Beckman couldn't quite get it in. Here comes Cousins. Leaves it there. Beckman after it. That'll come across. Byram out of Perfetti. Now to the middle. Shot by Spence and a good save made by Brochu.
There'll be a slashing penalty coming up. But you see how Byram jumps into that play, and then just a little flick of the wrist, and it's quickly into a prime scoring chance. I mean, he is so good.
Adam Beckman off for the slash. So Reds 5th power play. They're 0 for 4. Yeah, Byram's put on a pretty good show tonight. He always does. He always does. Every time I watch him, always so. You come away amazed.
I just know for Andre Tournier, to know you got Bowen Byram and Jamie Drysdale as your two go-to defensemen that can play in every situation in the game. You know it. It's incredibly comforting for a coach to know he can put those two guys out there. And not only are they good on their own, they are so good that they make others around them really good too, and comfortable, which is just as important, you know, when you talk about partner play.
A little issue with the ice. Yeah. Looks like a little piece chipped up. Ooh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
that's a good chunk.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, JR from the Western Park Centrium staff is out there with the fire extinguisher for the super freeze.
Gotta love that.
Yep.
How do you think anybody ever figured out that the fire extinguisher would be the good piece of equipment to have to get the ice on back? And it does.
It does.
We hear about Frank Zamboni.
We do.
Like did Dan Craig, the superb Iceman from Edmonton?
I don't know if he came up with that.
I don't know.
Oh, that chunk didn't quite.
Oh no.
No, not yet.
I think they should just put a pylon on it and just say you can't go near that.
Skate around. Yeah, that was a pretty big piece that came up though. You don't want to get that somewhat secured, I would think.
You can hear the fire extinguisher.
Yeah. Staff works this over. Hey, they've been skating here. The ice been getting a lot of use the last few days.
Ice is in great shape.
Yep. We get that all fixed up. We're going to do this again tomorrow night. These two teams. We're going to play another inter-squad game. There's a game Tuesday as well. That's in the morning, though.
Tuesday at 10 a.m.
Oh, how many people are going to be at work, Craig? And like pretending like they're working, but they're going to have the game on the computer.
Yeah, well, I mean that.
Yeah.
We're leading up to the World Junior Tournament.
What else are you going to do Tuesday morning?
Yeah.
Put the game on. Don't let anybody know. It's not a big deal.
Play at 10 a.m. Takes the kids back to their pee-wee days.
Yes.
You know, playing mini sticks in the hallway at the hotel.
Yeah, that's going to be very similar to that one. And who knows? Maybe they got the mini sticks going. They've been sequestered in their hotel. That could be happening at this point.
Well, we've talked a lot about Bowen Byram. And,
yeah.
You know, he's
in a good mood, clearly.
Yeah, I mean, he's got an infectious enthusiasm for the game, and you know, loves to play, loves to be out there, wants to make plays, and you know, don't be. I always say this: still waters run deep. He's a competitor. He's a competitor through and through and through, and he wants to be a significant contributor to victory. Always does.
Yeah. Yep, plays hard for sure, but so much skill. All right.
Okay,
we're good to go. We're all good. Game on. Okay, so Team Red still in the power play. Well, they're about to start the power play. So yeah, they're still on it all right. Korzak trying to rim it out. O'Rourke will keep it in. Smack to the blue line. Drysdale to O'Rourke. Here's O'Rourke. Behind the net. Puck sent back to the point. Now O'Rourke gets a shot away. That hit the stick. Just hit the stick of Poulin and goes wide. Poulin. Waiting in front. Quick shot that by Wright. Just went wide there. Poulin was waiting for that to open up, and eventually it did.
And Patrick, that's his father,
that's
Samuel Poulin,
yeah.
Really patient with the puck. But if you watch Shane Wright in front of the net there, he's maneuvering to try to make sure that he can give Samuel Poulin a really good opportunity to get the puck on his stick. It's exactly what he does. A lot of players just want to stand here, pass it to me. Well, things change in the course of time.
Barron back to the line. Give it to Goalie. To Barron, quickly across Suzuki. His pass hit a stick. Goalie hammers his shot, and that's blocked by Jarvis. Puck sent over the stick of Barron and all the way down the ice. Lennox can leave it behind the net. Up comes Caden Goalie. Put it back to Justin Barron, now over to Suzuki. His pass hit the skate of Jarvis. Goalie to start it. Team Red made some changes. Goalie dropping it to Lapierre. Getting the puck in, but got stood up. Solid hit by Damon Hunt. Getting it out to center ice was Connor Zary. Jamison Reese. Carolina Hurricane draft. He's able to shoot it in. Penalty over. Red 0 for 5. It goes right to Beckman. Adam Beckman. He'll shoot it in. He'll go after it. Off the boards, just past the stick of Clark, and here comes Perfetti. Perfetti to Spence. His shot wide of the net. Pelche, he'll drift it wide. Spence will shoot from the angle. Save made by Brochu. Here's Spence. Give it to Perfetti. He'll take a snapshot. Tipped. Scores! Perfetti let it go. That hits somebody in front. And Team Red is able to cut the lead to 4-2.
It hit the stick of Jacob Pelletier. A really nice tip by Pelletier. Again, a little bit higher above the blue paint. And so now he's got a little bit more room to redirect that puck. And, you know, there's only so far that Brochu can get out, but it's a real nice play by Perfetti to get the puck through, and Pelletier with the redirect.
12:15, time of the goal. Pelche from Perfetti. We got a 4-2 game. Off the stick of Krebs, and it goes into Team White's end. Millman couldn't get it out. That puck's gonna stay in. It'll come across. Byram will shoot it off the stick of Tomasino. Byfield will drive it in front of the goal, and that hits something. Byram comes in. Just a little backhand pass. Poulin. Broken up by Millman. His pass through the middle. Byfield was there. He'll let it go. He just missed off the back door, and that goes off the side of the net. May have went off the stick of the goaltender Brochu, and the puck lifted up and out. What a great chance there for Team Red.
Whew. Yeah, Quentin Byfield right in the alleyway. Straight look at Brett Brochu and wires it wide, and then
Yeah, Brochu got a stick on that, I think, off the
did he
back
off
door.
the back doors?
I think he did.
You know,
He might have got a stick on it.
Mason Millman gets caught on the boards, and you know, one of the things that the coaching staff will try to impress continuously with the players, you know, I know what you're trying to do, but sometimes just taking your losses, it's like a quarterback throwing it away, right?
Yep.
Like, you know what, we're not going to get sacked. I'm throwing it away, we're not taking the loss of yards, and for a young defenseman, it's exactly the same thing. Like, play on, because that puck goes in, now it's 4-3, and the play on is very different.
Team White took the timeout, I do believe. I think it was Team White. They got caught running around a little bit there. All right.
Yeah, get them settled down,
Yep.
right? Like, you know,
Yep.
I mean, Mitch Love, the head coach with the Saskatoon Blades. I mean, he was an assistant last year with Mark Hunter and Andre Tournier, so he knows the ebbs and the flows of the game and when to settle his team down.
Done a great job in Saskatoon. Here's Jarvis. We'll go across to Robertson. Able to shoot it in. Bouncing around. Out to center. Dumped in by Bork. Now back to the blue line. Barron will shoot it, and that was blocked in front of the net. Never did get through. Bounced out to center. Doc to Robertson. Now over to Jarvis, and that was bouncing. Couldn't get a shot away. Here's Seth Jarvis. Bring it across the top. Back to the point. Robertson let it go, and a glove save made by Tristan Lennox as Matthew Robertson was able to lean into that one.
Yeah, lean into it is an operative word there.
He got all of it. Yep, good hard shot by Robertson from the point. Here's Spence. Now comes up to Perfetti. To the middle, Suzuki. To Reese. Suzuki behind the net to Perfetti. Check top of the circle. Mercer got it to the line, couldn't quite get it out. Reese and Suzuki able to keep it in to Perfetti. Back to the blue line. Goalie will shoot it just wide at the white net. Reese. Slide in to the left wing. Worked over a bit by Harley, and the puck does come out. Zary will give it to Mercer. His pass through to Zary didn't get through, and the shot doesn't. There was blocked right in front of the goal. Here's the one-timer by Sabrango. Went off the glove of the netminder Lennox, and then the outside of the post. Perfetti will clear it. Here's Mercer. Give it to Zary. Wedged off of it by Spence. Now Lapierre. They dump it in. Brochu. Rim it right out of the zone for Team White. Drysdale back in his zone end, and we'll get it out to center ice. Pelche. Bounce it in. Sabrango. Couldn't get it out. Lapierre will have it hit a stick, go up in the air. Now Harley. Around to Cousins, just to the line. Red able to keep it in. Sabrango off the glass and out. Won't be hard enough for icing as Drysdale gets by Cousins. Now through the middle. Drysdale poke it in. Brochu out of his goal to the blue line. That's kept in. Tipped on net and a save by Brochu. Just a little snapshot by Lucas Cormier from the point, but there was a redirection.
As you said earlier, puck to the net. There's a little quick shot. Another good play by Brochu, though, right? Again, we, reading the play and not, you don't put yourself into a compromised position where a lucky break goes against you. He's right out on top, smothers it, move on.
Puck in behind the net. Here's Byfield. Trying to get it low. Jarvis spinning Byfield around. Byfield to the blue line over the stick of Barron, but slowing things up will be Korzak. That gets dumped in. Lennox leave it back there. Now Byfield. He'll take it towards the net, put it on goal, not very hard, and steered away by Brochu. Jarvis can go cross ice to Hunt. Out of McMichael off his stick it in. Barron. Lost it to McMichael, to Doc, the shot and the save made by Lennox. Oh, a nifty little play by McMichael to get that in front of the net.
McMichael takes a little look, and then Doc forces Lennox to make a really good save. And Lennox has to be aware of where the threat could be coming from, because he might be going back the other way.
Exactly.
And Doc has the whole open net. I was watching a drill that Jason LaBarbera was working with the goal. It was exactly on that type of when your head swivels around, right?
Here's Perfetti, the backhand, and a great stop made by Brochu off of Cole Perfetti, who got sent in. Huge stop for Team White. Mercer will dump the puck in. Yeah, that play behind the net, that's important stuff. And Jason LaBarbera, former WHL goaltender, former NHL goaltender.
Yep. But, when you're working with it and trying to get the players comfortable when the right time is to turn that head the other way, to pivot it and swivel it, Lennox, terrific job there.
Puck gets brought in by Robertson. Now behind the net, Tomasino. Only got it to the corner, and that gets off the glass and out of play. No penalty. Face off in the red zone.
Good example right there, though. We saw earlier when Mason Millman trying to make a play through the middle. Byfield gets it, but Drysdale, there's no play. Just up. We're just going to play on.
Off the glass and out.
Yeah. There's the Perfetti play.
Oh, what a save by Brochu.
It really is a terrific save. He gets his arm there, but his lateral quickness is right there with Perfetti, so Perfetti doesn't have as much net to work with as he would have liked.
Perfetti was second in OHL goal scoring a year ago, and now here's Peltier with a chance, leaves it in front. Oh, another great stop by Brochu. Oh, wow.
So we saw Brochu go right to left on Perfetti. He has to go left to right there to make that save on Pelletier.
That's pretty good. That's a good stop. Here comes Clark. Up behind the net, Harley against the boards. Great pressure by Red. A couple of glorious opportunities. And Brett Brochu of the London Knights with some big saves here. It doesn't allow Red back in. Puck turned over. Krebs had it for a moment, but here comes Jarvis the other way. He has got Zeri. Here's Jarvis. Poke check by Lennox. Perfetti. He'll bring it in. Waits for something. Gives it to Krebs. Now to Perfetti. Goaltender on the bench. It's 6-on-5. Puck lifted up and out. Red was offside for a moment. Cormier got it to the blue line, smacked right back out. Justin Barron over to Cole Perfetti. He'll hammer it in. Byfield. Behind the net to Reese. He gets run over by Sabrango. Here's Byfield. Back to the line. Cormier will shoot it. Didn't get it through. Outside of the net, and that'll do it. Team White with goals from Gage Gonsalves, Dylan Cousins, Philip Tomasino, and Connor McMichael. They win 4-2. Red scoring Justin Barron, and it was Jacob Pelche as well for Team Red. So the first game of the 3 intra-squad games. Craig Button, your thoughts on this one here tonight?
Well, the players obviously excited to get out here and play. And, they've spent a lot of time in the practices and trying to, take in the instruction that the coaching staff is giving them and understanding that this is game 1. And, you got it under your belt. You call it shaking some of the rust off. But I think all in all, you watch how they play. You see the skill level that this group has. And, for Andre Tournier and the coaching staff, it's a continuous build, right? It's a continuous build. And that will continue on Sunday night.
And we're looking forward to it. And we'd love to have you with us. So please, if you have the opportunity tomorrow evening, you can join us on tsn.ca, hockeycanada.ca. Take your pick. We'd love to have you. So thank you very much for tuning in tonight. For Craig Button, I'm Cam Moon. We're saying good night. We'll see you tomorrow.